Hello again. Sometimes we can get caught up in our lives and all the things that aren't going well for us, and we forget that there are some things that we are really good at. This past week was one of those weeks for me. Again, the day job wasn't going well, I wasn't sleeping well, and again, hardly writing. It was a rough week. And yesterday, even though I wasn't feeling I wasn't feeling that much better, I was feeling a little bit better. I did something perhaps I shouldn't have done. I picked up a puzzle game I have, and I tried to do one of the super hard puzzles. And I struggled with it for a long time, and I began to get frustrated and upset, and partly because I was having a rough day and I was a little bit tired still, and partly because I knew I could do this. And as is the case with many things, often when you take a step back, the answer comes to you. Well, in this case, the step back was me going back and doing some of the easier puzzles, going back to the very beginning. And I went through the little book that comes with it, and here's the puzzles you can try. And I started there. And I just started with the very easiest of the puzzles. And it was like night and day. I mean, of course it was like night and day. The easy ones were just so easy. But I still went through every puzzle and completed them, usually in a matter of seconds. And I knew that if I kept doing this, something eventually would give me a clue, would kick in to that harder puzzle, and I'd have what I needed to be able to complete that. And I was right. There was one of the puzzles that came along, one of the easy puzzles, and I sort of looked at it, I'm like, oh, there it is. That's the key. That's what I have to do. And I was able to complete the harder puzzle. And what I realized doing this was I remembered how good I am at puzzles. I've always loved puzzles, especially the 3D wire puzzles or wood puzzles. In this case, this puzzle is sort of a three-dimensional pyramid that you have to build. Or logic puzzles, the Jack owns a blue house and Sally lives 2 houses down from Jack, and Jack does not live next to Sally, and he lives in a 2-story house. All those weird sort of things where you have to sort of chart things out. I love those sorts of puzzles. I'm weird. And today I kept going with that puzzle I was working on yesterday, and moving through sort of the booklet and doing sort of each puzzle in turn, and checking them off one by one as I completed them, again, usually fairly quickly, still on the easier side of things. And I was reminding myself how good I was at these things, and giving myself the gift of remembering my own strengths. And that's the gift I want to talk about today, is remembering your strengths. I remember once I was struggling with writing, and my wife, the wonderful woman that she is, went on to Amazon and found my books and went through the reviews and just took out all the good ones and created a document for me and gave it to me so that I could take a look at it any time. And these are all the things that people had said, and reminded me that, yeah, I can write fun and exciting books, stories that people want to read. And sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need to be reminded what it is we're good at. So what is it that you're good at? No, don't say nothing. There is something you're good at. I know it. Everyone has gifts. Perhaps you haven't found yours yet. That's possible. And working with a coach can help you do that. But otherwise, I get the feeling there is something that you can do. So maybe get out your paints and try painting, or do some baking or knitting or bodybuilding or dancing or whatever it is that is your strength, that you are good at. Maybe this holiday season, give yourself that gift of just feeling powerful and confident by doing something that you're strong at, that you're good at, that you can do. I hope you'll give that a try. And until then, remember to dream big, laugh lots, and create. Bye-bye.